Good morning, Dr. Kristen Mitness here, coming to you with some information about vitamins this morning. But before I get started, I'm going to tell you about my adventurous little morning. I got up bright and early to go to Cocoa Bean's Bake Shop in St. Boniface to get my receptionist a birthday treat, because it was her birthday yesterday, but I dropped the ball on it. So I went this morning, and they're actually opening a gluten-free bakery right on Corden, right next to my office, which I'm super pumped about, but I found out it opened today, so I didn't even have to drive all the way to St. Boniface. I could have just gone to Corden, but that's okay. I got out of bed, I got moving, it was nice, other than the fact that I just scraped my car off because it was full of ice. And then I came home, made breakfast, and decided to burp my kombucha that I made about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I've been putting it off because I was pretty sure it was going to explode. So this morning I figured I could handle the mess, and sure enough, popped it. It exploded all over my kitchen. So luckily for my roommates, now our kitchen smells like vinegar and kombucha, but it's cleaned up, good to go, and I'm excited to drink it. But let's get to the vitamins. So I'm going to run you through actually my vitamin regime, which isn't necessarily the same as yours, but I just want to give you an idea of what you can look for in some things that are actually good for most of us. So the latest and greatest thing in my regime is the Great Lakes gelatin. So I love this stuff. So I'm always promoting bone broth and telling you how to take care of your joints and how awesome bone broth is to create new bone and to keep your bones healthy, keep your joints healthy. But this collagen has the same stuff that makes bone broth gelatinous-y and stick together. So I actually put a spoonful of this in every hot drink I'll drink. So my tea, my coffee in the morning, and like warm ginger lemon water that I drink in the morning, and it keeps it, or it doesn't have any flavor. It's flavorless, it doesn't change the taste of your drink, but I've noticed a huge improvement in my knees. Not that I have a lot of joint issues, but my knees bother me every once in a while, so this has made a huge difference, and it's so easy. It's easier than boiling the bones in your crock pot for 2 or 3 days and having it smell up your place. So I don't carry this in my office as of yet. I'm trying to figure out how to get it into Canada, but once I figure it out, we'll be selling this because I love it so much. The other thing I take every day is a quality multivitamin. We carry Douglas Labs, so Ultra Preventative X is what I use. I actually only take one a day, which is less than what they prescribe, but as an aside or just a general rule, vitamins aren't going to replace your food. So I eat a very clean diet, so I only take one just to mitigate any issues. The exception to that is if I drink wine, I am going to take 2 of them just because they help the liver detox. So one caveat about it is because of the vitamin B's in it, it will turn your urine bright yellow, but just to give you a heads up, it's fine. It's just, you're just excreting the excess vitamins. The other one I take every day this time of year is vitamin D, and I actually take it in a liquid form. We carry Innate Choice at my office, which I love. It's in olive oil because vitamin D is fat soluble, so it's easier for you to absorb if you drink it in a fat or eat it with food, things like that. But I really like this. A lot of the liquid vitamins, even the fish oils, you get a bigger bang for your buck when it's in oil. Another one I really like, so right now I'm using standard process as Drenatrophin. It is desiccated adrenal glands from a cow. So the theory is if you have an organ that's not working very well, you eat the organ of another animal to help replace that one. So adrenal fatigue is very common in our day and age. Anyone who, if you feel like you're stressed out or you feel like you don't have a lot of energy, your cortisol is too high, so your stress hormones are too high, you're always in that fight or flight mode, anyone who exercises too hard, works too hard, anything like that. Adrenal support is so necessary, it makes a huge difference. We actually carry Adren Plus through Douglas Labs at our office, which I also love, and I'm just using Drenatrophin because it's what I have left, but otherwise Adrenal Plus is fantastic. What I'm taking right now, only because I'm doing the Whole30, and the Whole30 is working as a pseudo detox because it's getting all the junk out of my diet, is a liver GI detox supplement. So just a supplement to help aid in the detox process so it isn't so hard on your system. Your body does a really good job of detoxing, but having a supplement to help with that can make a big difference. So not something I'll take all the time, just through the remainder of this month. Manos cranberry, D-Manos. So anyone who's ever had a UTI or bladder infection knows how much they suck. And I am prone to them on a semi-regular basis, not too often, but I like to keep this I like to take it at a low dose so I can help prevent any kind of urinary tract infection. And then if I do have any early signs of it, I just up the dose. It makes a huge difference. I hate going on antibiotics if I don't have to. And yes, antibiotics are really fantastic, especially if you have an acute bladder infection. You will not get through your day without them unless you've been taking D-Manos, or you can take high dose of D-Manos and put up with the pain for just a little bit because it usually kicks in pretty quick. I love this stuff. Keep it on hand all the time. The other one I'm taking right now, and this is only temporary also, is L-lysine. So this summer, I don't know what happened, but I ended up getting 2 cold sores back to back, and that's very unusual for me. So I take lysine as a preventative measure now, just to make sure my immune system is up high enough so I'm not getting cold sores, because they aren't fun either. So like I said, after this bottle, I'll probably be done with it just to see what happens, play around with it. But if I do have any signs of a cold sore, or if you have any signs of a cold sore, canker sore, lysine is a fantastic way to kick it just a little bit faster. So those are the ones I take every day. And I don't take my vitamins every day. When I do take them, I take them with food. But if I miss a day or 2 here and there, it's not the end of the world. Like I said, they're only supplements. They're not making up for the fact that you're eating a poor diet or a good diet, but they're good to have. A couple extra ones that I take on occasion. Best Rest Formula, I freaking love. So Best Rest Formula is a muscle relaxant and sleep aid, and I take it if I had a really hard workout, or I know I'm gonna be sore, or I can't fall asleep. I take 2, they stink really bad because they have valerian root in them, but they make a huge difference with recovery. Like this Wednesday was the first time I worked out in about 10 or 11 days, just because I had a mild low back issue that I wanted to rehab before I went back to the gym. Worked out, it was a hard workout. Thanks Undefeated for having a really hard workout on Wednesday, but I knew I would be sore, so I took this and it helped me sleep, helped me recover. I like it for that. The other one that's new to my arsenal, but I'm going to recommend to you guys because some of you will appreciate it, is 5-HTP. So any of you who like to go out on the weekends, drink too much, etc., might find by like Tuesday, Wednesday, you're not feeling too hot. You might go into a little bit of a depressant because you were on so many stimulants, because alcohol is a stimulant. 5-HTP will not only help you get a better sleep, but it will help with those neurotransmitters and get you feeling a little bit better. You don't have to take it all the time, but say you go out on a Friday night, I would take 2 of these Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and possibly Monday night, and then you should feel better. Like I said, 5-HTP is known as a sleep aid, but it's really great for making sure your neurotransmitters, your brain is happy, your serotonin is in a good level. It's being recognized by all your nerves. So if you do have any questions beyond the vitamins that I went through, because I do offer more vitamins at my office, some that I'm not taking. Like right now I don't take a fish oil because I eat a lot of grass-fed beef, and I feel like my inflammatory markers are okay, but it's something that I do suggest a lot of people do take. I will put some links to some things on supplements because, by the way, if you're not going to spend the money on supplements, please do not buy them. They're not regulated. You need to pay for quality supplements. So rather than throwing your money away on cheap ones at the local drugstore, Walmart, maybe sometimes Costco, don't do it. Just save yourself the hassle, save yourself the damage, and make sure you get the high quality stuff. The high quality stuff in Winnipeg, I suggest getting from either a practitioner, because a lot of these supplement companies only sell to practitioners, or VitaHealth carries good ones, and Fresh Carrots carries high quality vitamins too. So the ones that I don't carry, that's where I suggest people go. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, drop me a line, make a comment, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.